But to tell me I came out with DeAndre Swift over
Point
Bijan.
where Jordan Davis could, still play the same.
But to tell me I came out with DeAndre Swift over
Point
Bijan.
where Jordan Davis could, still play the same. Yo. Welcome to another episode of Inside the Nest. I'm your host, King DV Sports, and I'm with my co-host, Smitty Eagle. What's going on, bro?
I'm chilling, man. Hey, how does that really work? How does the co-host and the host, like, I always get confused with that. Like, it's so confusing to me.
When you say it, I'm the co-host. Like,
I listen, bro. I just be like, dang, am I supposed to say I'm your co-host, Smitty Eagle, and I'm here with my other I don't really know.
No, man. Look, man. The way I said it is the way I said it. But anyway, like
I be confused, bro, because I hear so many people say it different ways. I just be like, how do you?
Ash?
What's up, Ash?
Yeah, man. But it's a lot to get into, man. It's a lot to get into. Where do you want to start?
I don't know where to start.
Really? Oh,
I
man.
don't know. Like, I mean, I usually know, but like today it's just like.
You was in Spaces?
A little bit. Like I was just a little bit, but like I don't even know, man. Like
yeah, because where I was at.
Went back and listened to Aftermath yet, man. I still haven't. Like people telling me, like, man, hey, man, you was keeping it 100. I'm like, but I was so out of it. I was so numb, like to the like what the hell is going? I didn't hear my coordinators coming out. They just like Nick Sirianni come out and say he didn't have them prepared, and then you get Brian Johnson come out and say he need to change it up, and then you get Sean Desai who come out and say the standard. Like, so I'm asking questions like, so Sean, I haven't seen what you consider the standard much this year. I haven't seen it, and when I look at the stat sheet, I look down the list. I'm looking for me somewhere in the top 15-ish area, and then I look at the bottom. I see my team. So I'm trying to figure out what is the standard, because the standard, if it was ever reached, why are we so low in the rankings according to almost every metric? And then I don't really blame Brian Johnson, man, because he ain't got 100% control of what he doing. How, how he moving. He gotta move in a certain manner, because it's not really his say. He got a job. They don't really trust him doing his job. So they putting other people in the seat that, as far as Nick Sirianni, like an analytics department giving you this and that. And that's I think they should just need to let him call the game. Like I was looking at a little edit, and it was just showing like the different plays that's been ran when Sean Desai. When Brian Johnson was actually able to call plays, he was innovating some things. He was bringing some things in. You want to know what I think we should do? I think we should just switch the whole offense back. Right here in the midseason, RPO.
You think that would work?
RPO. Nobody looking for it.
But you think that would work?
Nobody looking for it. I think so. If you that's when you got to let Brian Johnson take over, because that's not Nick Sirianni's strong point. He called the same simple ass RPO every time he called it. That little RPO, and then you see AJ Brown run the fly. I understand why somebody came out and said it's predictable. I understand though. Like, it is. Like, when I'm looking at the plays and I see a play call, I'm like, I kind of knew that's kind of was the play. And then it's like you couldn't come up with like any other plays. Like you didn't have anything make it look a little better. It was just, hey, this the play, and we just calling it down the line. Like, come on, bro. Like, we got to do some things to throw people off. That's why I said the RPO. Like, I think they won't be prepared. I don't think they'll be prepared. I think you hit them with the RPO right now. You reactivate Rashad Penny. Stop being scared of whatever the hell you scared of, because you done kept the nigga on the roster. You done cut people. If he wasn't going to be a part of the roster, you should have got rid of him. because you let Ellis go, and I told you before, I didn't think the dude from the Colts was a good look in the first place. And he looked confused, he looked lost, and they abused it, man. And how long, like, how long is it gonna take us to fix the problems we have? Is it my question for the day, and everybody, I ask it all day. Are the problems that need to be fixed fixable with the people that are here? Go ahead, DV. You can answer the question too, but
I'm gonna do that first. My answer is yes, but it just has to be fully out of the control of Nick Sirianni. My answer is yes, though. Defensive wise, Sean Desai does have to change up some things, especially going against more of the talented teams. Think about it like this. We allowed Washington, the Bills, the 49ers, and this is just recent games, and now the Cowboys to score 30 plus on us. He has to switch up some things, number one. Number two, with Brian Johnson, he has to be more innovative and creative to the point where it's not you catch a defenses off guard. That's what basically needs to happen, right? I've been going back and forth with Cowboys fans all day because you already know they beating their chest. They got their chest poked out because
for a game they said it didn't matter, right?
Yeah, they said it didn't matter. They said that we weren't their rival. They said the 49ers were and everything. I'm going back and forth. And what happens is every single time that I talk to the number one guy that we both are affiliated with, Cole's Cowboys, the Cowboys fans come along because he sit up there and send like he's like Scar from The Lion King. Like you talk to him, you hit him with a fact, then it's like, oh no, this, and then now here come the swarm.
What's up, Miss Nina?
But anyway, what's going on, Miss Nina?
Hey, Miss Nina, why you just popping in? Everybody that's just popping in, the question on the screen, put it in the comments. We gonna keep going on, but I want y'all to answer this question for me because I've heard people say, we can't fix it with Bradbury here, we can't fix it with Slay here, we can't fix it with the linebacker crew that we have. We just can't fix it right now. So they really thinking it's over. So I want people to answer this question: are the problems fixable with the people on the roster?
And I'm gonna get to this, right? I feel like that is fixable. However, they have to get back to playing Eagles football. I've been saying this, just how Stu said, you got to mix it up 4 to 5 man rush. I don't think that it should be 5 man all the time, but it has to be a mix up. It has to, number one. Number two, the things that we did against like a Travis Kelce, things we did in the second half of the Rams game, things we did in the Dolphins game, why is this not applied to when we already know a guy on the Cowboys like Ferguson was going to start, getting some targets? Help out Sidney Brown. Look, it has to be that triangle defense that we was playing, whereas though there's 2 guys eyeing him because let's face it, we already know Dakota Rain is not good without a tight end. He's not. So, and he could just keep force feeding CD all he want to, but they're not going to win ball games. But if they got a good tight end that's going to have that chemistry with him, then the offense becomes a little more troublesome. But anyway, I think that it's fixable, but we've been talking about this all year on what needs to be done. We sound like broken records saying run the ball, utilize DeAndre Swift. We sound like broken records saying, hey, we need to rush another guy. Or hey, we need an extra guy in coverage or we need to play man sometimes and stay out of that cover 2, prevent defense. We've been saying all this. Even through the win. So when people sit up there on X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it, or whatever, saying that
y'all thought everything was good. Y'all thought y'all was the best team in the league.
Nobody said that. If you look at videos, past videos, wherever you see this face on, whatever you see Smitty face on, we always had that issue that, hey, it's not a complete game by our Eagles. It never was. Even a comeback game against the Bills, where everybody was hyped that, we had a walk-off. It wasn't a complete game at all. We wasn't satisfied with that because we have higher aspirations for our Eagles teams. Now, I really believe that it's fixable, but going forward, I want to see some change. If we don't see no change, then you're going to get some critiquing and criticism from everybody. Because at the end of the day, all they want to do is keep it in-house. I get it. You don't need anybody in the locker room. I don't know who leaked whatever, basically saying that it was becoming predictable of an offense. A lot of people saying that it's Dallas Goedert. A lot of people saying
it's AJ
Brown. Right.
But listen. Let me break something down real quick. AJ Brown has never been shy enough or shy at all to hide his comments. He said crazier stuff on the mic before. So, I mean, him saying that in private didn't make sense to me. Dallas Goedert made a little bit more sense. Like, man, look, man, we got to get it together, man. It's people figuring it out. People that know what we're doing. They almost calling the plays for us. Like, I want to answer the question though. The offensive problems for me are obviously fixable within one execution of the play. Like, I was looking at a little chart earlier today, and they were talking about like what the 3 turnovers from Smitty, Jalen Hurts, and AJ Brown occurred. Like, those are scoring drives. The drop by AJ is a scoring drive. So it's like things like that where we should have scored.
And a drop by Smitty as well.
Yeah. So it should have been like probably 3 or 4 touchdowns in there that we couldn't execute and handle our business, right? So I mean, we I don't want to say we beat ourselves because that's kind of it's not really. I really don't feel like that though, because we had plenty of opportunities not to beat ourselves, and I felt like we overcompensated, right? But at the same time, I think the offensive problems are very fixable. The defensive problems for me, I think, are also fixable. But I don't know if Sean Desai, for me, is willing to take the chances of fixing the defense that need to be took for it to, really, really actually be effective. You know what I mean? So it's like, I think they can be fixed, but I don't think the person that is in charge of it is willing to put it all on the line because whatever reason, job security, somebody won't let him. I don't know. But for me, it just seems like he won't take the chance, the risk. You got to put Darius Slay, James Bratt in better situations. You got to put him in situations to win, and not put him in situations to win is what's getting us beat. You're trying to play keep away, and I'm gonna let you get all these yards, then I'm gonna make you settle for field goals. Yeah, it worked in the second half. You gave up only 9 points. You gave up 3 field goals. But why not just take a chance, man? Stop letting these quarterbacks do the same thing Jonathan Gannon allowed them to do. And I hate saying dude's name, but even the stats last year look better than the stats this year with somebody I thought was a better DC. But is he scared? Is he not willing to do it? Because you can't tell me you don't have the popular equipment to perform the job, because I know for sure you do. I've seen it perform a few times in a few situations, but in the last 2 weeks, it has been as subpar as you could put. I mean, I don't even know how to identify my team because that's not the team I've seen for the first 11 weeks. The team I seen the last 2 weeks look fetal and they look depleted. But all it takes is exactly what I said on Aftermath, exactly what I said on Birds of Bar Street. Somebody in the locker room got to step up. And I think that's what has happened, bro. I think somebody that is respected has to step up. You don't need to be an outside guy. I don't think Sirianni can do it. I don't think Brian Johnson can do it. I don't think Sean Desai can do it. Really, I don't think any of the captains can do it. It got to be one of those guys that you ain't looking for it from. A Jordan Mailata, a Landon Dickerson, a Jordan Davis. The younger guys is like, hey man, what we doing? Like, I'm learning from y'all, and we don't look the same. Come on, man, we got to play ball. And hearing that from the young head might just be like, dang, if he noticed it, we should have noticed it. We might need to get on our thing. We might need to get on our groove. Somebody got to say something. Somebody got to spark my team back to life, because my team was fine for 11 weeks. And then we ran into whatever they want to call it. Like, I don't think the 49ers are 42-19 better than us. I don't think the Cowboys are 33-13 better than. I don't think that. I don't see it at all. When I look at my team, I'm like, what? Like, if you'd have told me after losing to the Jets that, hey, when you go play the 49ers, you're gonna get beat 42-19, I would have been like, you crazy, you wild, you out of your mind. My team is gonna be rolling by the time I play the San Francisco 49ers. And we wasn't playing the best of football, but we was winning. And it looks like all that is debunked. It's looking like all of that is people like now, like, oh man, was the Eagles really playing good football, or was it a hoax? Was it teams just slipping up and giving them games? But we played to the point of winning, right? We played to not lose the game, which causes you to run into teams like Dallas. It causes you to run into teams like the 49ers, and you play losing football. Because those aren't teams you can go in and play not to lose. You got to play to win week in, week out. Is it fixable? Yes. Will Sean Desai fix it? I do not know. I do believe Brian Johnson will, though. Because I think if he don't, I think my quarterback is going to take the opportunity out of his hand. He's getting tired.
I think this, right? What's crazy is that you said we were winning. I say this all the time, that, you know, we were talking about all the flaws on this team, and we kept masking it because we were winning. And I'm like, this is going to be an issue when it comes to games that matter. I don't look at the Cowboys game as that mattered. I looked at the Cowboys game as we should have swept their ass. I look at the 49ers game more that mattered because of the all-season chirping and the in-season chirping that was going on, that they try to mask with, oh no, we just going to play the game and everything like that. They came into our house. They did whatever to our house, and they left with a win. Regardless, if you see on X or Twitter, if you see this, regardless of the outcome, if we number one or number two after these 4 games, we run into the 49ers regardless. It all depends if it's here or if it's in San Fran.
Listen, I don't mind having 1, 2, whatever. I need my team to just perform up to this. Like, I'm tired of, like, DV, every time I'm listening, bro, all I hear is standard this, standard that, standard this, standard that, main thing. And it's like, so getting embarrassed isn't something that's not a part of the standard? Is that okay? Because is that the main thing? Because, like, how do you go out and not put the main thing first 2 weeks in a row? How do you go out and underperform 2 weeks in a row? How do you do that? How do you come unprepared to a gunfight after you already got shot one time without a gun again?
Because Nick Sirianni put on a Fab 5 DVD and had them watch it. How's that preparing the team? What did y'all do about ball security? What did y'all do about tackling? Because it wasn't as much of an issue as of the 49ers game, but it was an issue. What did y'all do when y'all know who the ball is going to? What did y'all do with not even sitting up there with y'all strength of run stopping and you letting Pollard pile on yards in the middle of the
How do I trust you against Kenneth Walker? How do I trust you against Charbonnet? How do I trust my secondaries against DK Metcalf and Tyler? How?
And for everybody, we're not defeated.
No,
anything.
No.
We
this is scrapyard talk, man. We just running it back. I'm just repeating what I've been hearing too.
This is a venting session, whereas though that we have just like Miss Ash just said, we have like one of the best rosters in the National Football League. This is my main reason, basically saying that it's going to start with coaching. Excuse me. It's going to start with coaching because it's about preparation throughout the week before the game. It's about watching video. It's about doing all those things. It's definitely not over, Cool Cat. But it's all about preparation. They're not going to fault the players yet. They're going to fault them. But we already know that execution and everything comes from the players. The players has to execute. But what plays are they executing? If certain people are not uncomfortable, certain people are sitting up there saying that the play is not developed quick enough. The Cowboys, it was drawing whereas though that the Cowboys actually gave the ball to like 8 different receivers, whereas though we only gave it to like 3 or 4.
3.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
AJ Brown, Jalen Hurts only gave it to 3. The 4th receiver was Brady Mann to Olamide Zaccheaus for the 28-yard.
Yeah, true. So, but that's what I'm saying. That basically the thing is that we got to fix the fundamentals. I feel like it's no fundamentals. Number one, number two, it's no switch up. Whereas there's no people going in motion. It's no and Nick Sirianni, I guess, not really fully trusting Brian Johnson with the play calling. That's the issue too, because I feel like that last year when Shane Steichen had the ranks, whereas though that, hey, I'm calling the plays, they could go to Shane Steichen. These players don't know who to go to. They don't know who to go to. It is either Sirianni or Brian Johnson.
And then to have Howie in on it, why is Howie putting his input on any game plan, bro? Like, what is going?
So Howie is putting his game plan because he knows the standard. Think about it.
When I don't care about that DV.
Listen,
that's my GM, bro. Don't do the Jerry Jones.
No.
Don't do the Jerry Jones.
Listen. I'm not saying I like it at all. I'm saying what I see, and what I see is that if somebody's putting something together, let's just say I'm a chef. I go on Birds of Broad Street, shout out to Birds of Broad Street, and I say, okay, this is the ingredients that I came across. This is going to make a good meal. And then y'all all are sitting up there trying to make this meal. And I feel like that is not to my liking. I'm going to sit up there and say something about this meal and say what y'all could do better. I feel like that's what was going on with Howard.
That's
it shouldn't go on.
But you telling me how to do it would be the head coach. I'm not even the cook. I didn't even cook the meal. I just brought you some ingredients, but I told you to make the meal work. And now I'm coming back and saying, hey, man, I don't know, man, if you did that right. Can you tell me that? And you're not a cook.
You got to look at how he talked to Slay, how he talked to Jason Kelsey, and even Lane Johnson when he signed that extension. It got to be.
Thank you,
What he said. What he said.
Thank you, Stu. Thank you. That's what I'm trying to say.
I'm not saying it's not. That's not what I'm saying. I'm looking at it through his scope and what I'm just playing advocate right now. I'm not saying I agree with it.
I don't even want you to play advocate. I want you to be real. That dude don't know nothing about calling no X's and O's.
I feel like
he
this.
He put players on the roster, bro.
I feel like this about Howie. I think Howie should just, get the players in here and let the coaches coach. Now, you did your part. And I understand that he's trying to secure but I feel like that's the thing too, that everybody's not is for themselves. They're not playing as a collective. They're not coaching as a collective. Everybody has to coach for one another. I'm not saying that, Howie is right, but I know why he's doing it. It's the wrong approach, though.
No, I don't understand why he's doing it.
I'm telling you why.
I want you to stay out of the game plan. I want you to stay off this. I don't want you in the game meetings, nothing. All I need Howie Roseman to do, draft me great players, sign me great players, and when you see me with a hole somewhere in my defense, offense, bring another player in to help me out. Other than that, I don't need you doing nothing else. You hire Sirianni, let Sirianni do it. Because the same thing you're doing now is the reason Doug Peterson is a Jacksonville Jaguar head coach. The same thing you're doing now. You want to be in on everything. This ain't the Patriots. This ain't Cowboys. This ain't those teams where the GM also has head coaching duties. You don't have those. You're not that.
I think so, because remember, everybody was talking about running the ball the first year he head coached, and then he gave up play calling to Shane Steichen, and then we start winning ball games, and we stumbled into the playoffs, and then the next year we went to the Super Bowl. So I think that Nick Sirianni is probably a little bit arrogant, if not a lot, to the point where he wants to do that.
They say he's not necessarily calling plays though.
No, he has a say so in it, whereas though that he's not trusted Brian Johnson enough.
It's not even that. He giving them like a smaller play sheet. Like, these are the plays I'm giving you to work with. Like, he breaking it down. Yeah, when I read the report, it's like he giving them like an analytic breakdown of the plays that should work in this game, and that's what Brian Johnson has to work with. That's not calling plays though. Like, that's just not. Give him the whole playbook. Let him execute everything. Yeah. Why did last week 3 people, 27 attempts to 3 people? And majority of it went to AJ Brown and Smitty. They had 23. Goddard only had four targets.
Yep.
So it's like, that don't make sense to me. That's
and what we've been saying. What were we saying before the game even started? We like, Goddard coming back, it's going to be a game because Cowboys, Dan Quinn, they like the blitz. So against the blitz, go to your tight end.
What was the check down for the first down? Like, that's Nick Sirianni-esque.
Right.
And it's really aggravating. Like, he told me, I don't think I'm changing the play caller. Listen.
That was BS.
No, he finna give it back. He finna give it back to Brian Johnson. He needs to. Listen, he wants to play that gamemanship game so much. He don't even want people to probably even know he was calling plays.
Right.
He probably don't even want people to know he was calling plays. He probably just like, I don't really want you to know I was calling plays. So I'm going to just say I'm not changing the play calling, but I'm going to just let Brian Johnson call more of the plays. I'm going to let him open up the playbook a little bit. It's about that time. So if everybody want to say, Ash, no micromanaging. It's not. Listen, if you micromanage somebody, they're not gonna get the job done the way you want to, because they just don't have the equipment to work with, bro. You got to let the whole playbook here, Brian. Hey, get us the dubs. Man, it seemed like we got 3 plays passing, 2 running plays, and the tush push. That's like, what the hell? Like what? That's flat AJ, deep ball AJ, deep ball Devontae, the little end Devontae, or the little screen to one of them that don't work, and Dallas got it in the middle.
Right.
Dallas got it with the little fake post. But he
Mhm.
really just like running up the seam. That's
Right.
the only plays I see, bro. And that's not cool. Me and you done had plenty of episodes where we talking about like, man, you seen that play when Brian Johnson called this and we ran some crazy. Like, I haven't even seen none of the variations off of the tush push no more. Where was the I seen remember when I forgot what game it was, but Jalen Hurts, they were finna attempt to pass and he tripped.
Yeah.
He came out the pocket, he came out this way.
Mm-hmm.
He had Goddard going with him. He finna attempt to, but he tripped. Right? I haven't seen that again. Like, where did those plays go? Where did the innovative plays go? Like, but why we not trying like some type of stuff like what teams are doing to us? Motion the running back out the backfield.
It was the Commanders game, Stu.
Or motion them back in the backfield and let them get that little quick handoff with a burst of speed going out.
Because these coaches, the coaches basically, Nick Sirianni and Brian Johnson, as a collective, and I don't know how much Brian Johnson got to say so in it, but when it's not working or when it don't work, they quit to go away from it. Just like the run game, they quit to go away from it when it's not working. You stick with stuff. I'm on record saying too, in the first quarter, run the ball. It sets the tone of the game. The last past couple games, we haven't won the time of possession. Which is crazy. It's crazy. That leaves our defense out stranded. That's a struggling defense.
Stranded and struggling.
Yeah,
and struggling.
Right. To the point where they struggling on third down. They can't get off the damn field. So now we relying on the offense, and the offense is not doing their job either. This is an issue. It's bad to the point where now you instead of holding somebody accountable or saying, okay, if you don't want to bash your coordinators, you say, okay, this is what we're going to be focused on. Because I heard in yesterday's press conference with Nick Sirianni and all the coordinators today, they weren't accountable. It was more so that they was like, oh, this is a team sport. This is
no, the only person I respect out of all the coaches is Brian Johnson. He called an offense only meeting. He walked in and they said he gave a sincere apology. And he said, I'll do whatever it takes pretty much to get this right. I fucked up. Not just in front of the media. He went to them boys. It was on me. And he pulled all the offense in. Offense only meeting. Like, he stood on 10. That's the type of stuff that I need, bro. Like, don't just sit back and let it play out.
Bro.
You gotta make them boys buy in, DV. You know what I'm saying? It's not about. He hasn't done that before. He doesn't have that standing ground. So when he come to you in a sincere manner, he tell you, bro, I'm gonna do what it take to get it right, but I know I messed up. That's respectable to me. Because you haven't did it before, so I know it's sincere. I know it's from the heart. I know you finna do everything you can to make sure you're doing the best at your job. But I don't think Sean Desai really think the change. I mean, it don't look like he's trying to change nothing. That's why I said the offensively, I feel no concern. I think my team finna pick up the scoring to help the defense until Sean Desai want to call defense again.
I look at it like this, right? This would have been accurate if it was the beginning of the season.
Why at the beginning?
Because, let's just say the Eagles started 5 games 3-2. And that happens hey, my fault. I'm going to get this situated. I'm going to get this right. Then it would have been accurate. We're at the position where it's though that now it's seeding.
How much respect you got for a dude who ain't calling plays, who ain't really doing it? I mean, he took the opportunity right now when he know he done really. I don't think. Listen, honest to God, truth. Me personally, the Dallas game wasn't on him. The San Fran game, 100% was on the offense. The Dallas game, I mean, we had three red zone turnovers.
Here's my point, bro. And Stu actually hit it right on the nose. Didn't want to say it like that, but
Y'all looking at it from a different perspective, dog.
no. My perspective is this.
Who comes and apologizes at 10-1?
Bro.
I'm just being real.
I'm not saying about him apologizing. Where I'm getting at is if what was put out on X and Twitter and the media is true about Nick Sirianni, why the hell is it Brian Johnson apologizing and not Nick Sirianni?
Maybe Brian Johnson felt like he could stand up. Maybe he felt like he didn't put his foot down enough to get Nick Sirianni out of the place.
Yeah,
maybe now he feel like he got a better leadership role. Maybe he got told by Nick Sirianni that he's gonna be the full play caller, and he went and took full responsibility for the shit. Maybe you got to think about it. That's what I'm saying. I'm thinking about it from a different perspective. Maybe him and Sirianni had a meeting, and Sirianni was like, "Look, I'm out on the play calling. I've been messing up with you. I'm gonna let you call the plays." And then he say, "All right, since I'm in full control, cool. Hey, let me get the offensive meeting. Look, it's on me. Moving forward, we're going to do this in a better manner, and I'm going to do my best job to get it right."
Right.
So he telling you in your face, look, I got full control now. I'm finna do what I need to do to make sure it's better. So maybe before he couldn't do that because he didn't have control to say it's my fault. Because he wasn't, just like me and you've been saying all year, he wasn't calling the plays.
No.
So maybe now he knows, hey, you got full control. I'm out. I've been fucking up. We ain't been looking good. I'm giving you the driver's seat. All right, let me get the locker room back on my side. Let me let these boys know we finna do this a little different. We finna step up. We finna play a little different. That's the only way I can look at it.
But if that's true, because I can see it going that route. If that's true, then it's like, what took so long? Because this didn't just start with the
Sirianni play. I'm big kahunas. I got the big kahunas. I can do this. Oh man. Come on, look. How long did it take him to back out in 2021? 7 games. He was 2-5.
That's 7 games. We're talking about
listen though, but 14, this 15? Time he wasn't 2-5.
14.
This time he was 10-1. He like, oh yeah, I can stand here. Then he get blown out 2 times. He's like, oh damn, man, shit. Maybe I had it wrong. Maybe I didn't have it right.
But see, and that type of thinking is just how everybody else was thinking. Oh no, look, we've been going through this. Like I said, we've been talking about that. The coordinators or the play calling, I should say, was horrendous, and it's not to our standard. People were washing it off because we was winning. This is what Nick Sirianni was doing.
The reason I believe DV is I went back. I was looking at some tweets from like the off season, right? That they was putting out how Nick Sirianni was like holding everybody to the standard, and he was more interactive this year than he had ever been before, and he was holding everybody accountable. That makes me think you felt like you needed to be the captain of the ship and the driver. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just need the dude that's driving the drive, and you just tell him where we going. Like you ain't always got to be the one to grab the wheel. You know what I mean? And this time he didn't go 2-5. He went 10-1. So he like, oh,
but that's what I'm saying.
I'm doing a little something. I done stepped my game up a little bit. And he wasn't full on calling plays, but his system was working. Now he sees, hey man, we might need to let Brian Johnson get a little bit more comfortable in this offense, because I don't think we could run back into those teams with what I put on the field the last 2 weeks. And he knows it's inevitable. You're gonna have to run into at least one of them. And if you become the number 1 seed, you got to run into both of them. So that's my thinking. That's my opinion. Like, I just think he didn't know when to give up the driver's seat. He didn't know, hey man, let Brian Johnson drive this shit, because he winning.
If that's the listen, I don't know how comfortable I am with it.
Me too, Stu.
Because you're talking about a guy that didn't have full driving capabilities the whole season, and now late in the season where we trying to secure either the number 1 seed or NFC East. Why would you give it to him now instead of back then?
Where you need something new. You need something to spark the offense. It's just like listen. I was just talking to my pops earlier, right? And I was telling him like what we doing right now by giving Brian Johnson, because I had this opinion all day, right? What we doing by giving Brian Johnson the keys, right? You ever seen that team that's stalling out with the quarterback they got? You know what I mean? The quarterback ain't performing, and then they throw that backup in. They like go out there and play. Tommy DeVito. We just gonna say Tommy DeVito. You know what I'm saying? They threw him out there. Look what he doing right now. You know what I mean? He on a good little streak. He done sparked the offense up. They clicking. It's something new. It's something fresh. People ain't prepared for it. Now Brian Johnson get that same opportunity because if he hasn't had full capabilities, and he does, and it's just my opinion. If he hasn't had it, and now he does, there's no tape of what he's about to do. There's nobody that can know what's coming. And if it changes in the blink of an eye, it's probably stuff. Listen, I believe we probably been practicing some of it. We probably have some of it in the playbook, and maybe that's why it's being complaints. Dang, it's predictable, man, but this ain't really what we doing. Yeah, that was oppressive. Miss
Yeah,
Ash.
it's oppressive today.
But, like if he has full capability to call the whole offense, and he didn't have it before, I think it could be one of those good things. You looking at it from a perspective like maybe it's a bad thing because now he got to try to get his feet wet, but he already kind of partially got his feet wet. And he like, all right, if I can spice it up, if I could put a little extra seasoning on it, and I can get it rolling, it might be a little bit better. It might be ability to like knock them off their feet. Like look with the situation I gave you before. Imagine Rashad Penny coming in. Even though it didn't happen the way I thought it would, imagine him coming in. People ain't prepared to see Penny in the backfield. We went under the center, and I seen utter confusion on the defense. They didn't know what they like. What? Why is Hurts on the? Hey, adjust, and it's like, hey man, you might need some new things that throw people a little bit off. They haven't seen it. So when you come out in it, they don't know what's coming. So now they're trying to prepare for both. And you know, like I know, you can't prepare for both. You can't play a front that's gonna stop the run and stop the pass. It just doesn't happen like that.
No.
If you coming for the pass, you're usually susceptible to the run. If you're coming for the run, so you're in a situation now where he can kind of show you some things you ain't seen. Like I ain't seen that two running backs sit in a long time.
No. And I like that set. You know, we did it twice, maybe 3 times. It was one time where what you call him quarter little handoff, and we took it for like 23 yards. Then it was one where as though that Gainwell blocked, and I think it was a running play, and Smitty went. And then there was another time where as though that Gainwell went. After that, you didn't see it no more. And I'm like, yo, where is that setup at? You know, because that was a good setup. But you could tell also that was Brian Johnson. That was Brian Johnson.
Bro, listen.
Play calling.
I've been looking at the tape, DV, like really kind of trying to go back and find like some of them things. And I'm like, there's been about, I'll say since like the Kansas City game, we've been stale.
Yes.
We've been tasteless. We like since the Kansas City game was like the last game where I seen a little, but the rest of those games been kind of like shaky. Kind of like we just like doing stuff and it working.
The screen pass to Julio Jones. Who called that play? BJ or Nick Sirianni?
I think that's Sirianni, bro. I think BJ be calling the ones to Smitty and Goddard. But that Goddard one is really a Sirianni play too. He been had that in the clutch. He called that a lot in 2021 too. But that Smitty one though, I think that might be BJ. I think it's some things we could do with this offense with the stars we got, bro. Like, I'm talking out of the box. Like, I'm talking about some crazy stuff. Like, bro, like
what happened to utilizing DeAndre Swift in the passing game?
Julio can throw. Julio can throw. What about a bubble screen to something to Goddard across the middle? Anything. I've seen Julio throw the ball before. He threw it in the game before. throw a little screen to him. They think he going out of bounds, and he just cut back in. Goddard probably gonna be wide open. It ain't gonna be a hard throw like the Brendan Mann situation. Like Michael Clay.
Michael Clay is redeeming. Honestly, I'm being honest with you. Michael Clay has been redeeming himself this year from last year. He has been.
For him to call something like that, like him and Sirianni to be him to be like, hey, I think I got one. And Sirianni be like, all right, go ahead, let's see what you're gonna do. And what's funny is they put a receiver on Alameda.
Yeah.
And as soon as they seen that, we going. If it had been a corner, I think they would have called it back. I think they would have just punted. But when they seen the receiver out there, they were, whoa, yeah, we're going to try it. We're going to see what he do. And he took off. And Alameda was like, hey, like, yeah, this is perfect. Like, that's the type of things I think Brian Johnson can innovate. Something that just looked like one thing that we've called all year. Like before, we talked about it, bro. He likes to set it up. He likes to set it up. Set it up. And then he hit you with a big play off of it because it looked like one thing, and then he go to something totally different. That little play to Smitty, where he kept putting Swift this way, and then Smitty finally cut it back to the outside for a touchdown. Like, it's those type of things that I watched Brian Johnson do for weeks, trying to figure his things out, but he knows I can't show them the hand before they're ready. So he keeps showing you one thing, and then he hits you with something different. Like, that could really throw everything off. That really could mold something different, because if they're not prepared for what's coming, how can they, really defend it? You're looking for one thing, and then I hit you with something different, and it's like, oh, whoa, wait, where that came from? Hold on, I wasn't prepared for that. We got to do that. The same thing I want Sean Desai to do. The next 4 quarterbacks, no disrespect to Tommy DeVito or Tyrod Taylor or Geno Smith or Drew Lock or Kyler Murray, right? These ain't elite quarterbacks. These are, one is maybe a starter. I think Kyler Murray to me is a starter. The other 4, 5, man, they like one of these situations where it's like, I don't really fear them, but I know the game can get deadly because they playoff schedule. They on that Sam Howell timing. I need you to step up. I need you to kind of be innovative with your defense. Show me a little something. We already know what Seattle finna come in the game and do. Since we transition so well, I'm gonna transition, right? We know what Seattle coming to do. Seattle coming, they're gonna run, play action. I've been looking at it. They run like something like 6 to every 2 play actions or something like that. So run, play action. Run, bootleg. They're gonna try to do little things. And then when they're not doing the play action, they're gonna do the little quick stuff to DK. They're gonna do the little seam routes to Tyler Lockett. They're not complicated. They run an old school offense. They don't really trust their quarterbacks a lot, so you're not really gonna catch a lot of the deep pass. They might try you if you get DK one-on-one. He might throw one up to see what DK gonna do. But other than that, they really not. And they own a 4-game losing streak. So the thing you gotta know, and I wish I knew if we were worldwide. I just need you to know they coming in hungry. We've said it for years. Hungry dogs run faster. They coming in 4-game losing streak, possible playoff on the line. They still got 3 games, so it's possible they can get back in. But you don't want to be having to win out or having to solidify a spot late, trying to fight the last weeks. Like, that's the type of stuff that's on the line for them. They coming in looking for blood. They coming in thirsty, looking for water. They dehydrated. They've been stuck out there 4 weeks in a row. They ain't got no water yet. So I need my team to come out fighting, because we fighting for the same life they fighting for. We can't keep dropping games. I said it before that we ain't dropped 2 in a row. We dropped 2 in a row. I don't want to drop 3 in a row because that's not what I signed up for. So I mean, I need my team to come out and know that this other team that we about to play are gonna be as just as hungry as you gonna be. They're gonna be fighting just as hard as you gonna be fighting. Cause they life on the line just like yours is. And they defense ain't all that. And they might be down two people. They might be down two people on the defense.
Yeah.
Listen, man, Brian Johnson, if you have the keys to the car, drive the car, man. Don't worry about hitting a curve here or backing into a mailbox there. Just get me from the destination, man, and just make it, you know what I'm saying, smooth as possible. Because I know we got the potential to look way better than what we look the last, maybe I ain't gonna even say 2 weeks, maybe the last about 4 weeks, because I don't think we look good since like the Dolphin game.
Yep. Well, yeah. Yep.
So I mean, it's been a long stretch of mediocrity. It's been a long stretch of the stale. We just happened to play some teams that we were able to execute what we was looking at. But then we ran into two teams, kind of was doing their homework, kind of had the proper personnel to kind of alleviate what we was doing. They were able to shut it down. I need to see things I haven't seen before. I need to see it crystal clear. I need to know we in better hands, that we are innovating offense, that we are making better decisions. Because if we're going to keep putting the players in the same decision, it's in a point of panic, because I don't think we could sustain that going into the playoffs, playing teams that are probably going to have some things that we're not prepared for. We got to play a better brand of football, and it got to start. It got to start Monday. It got to start Monday. This is a team that is very beatable by us, but if we don't come in and execute, control the ball, we're gonna come out of here with another L, and that's not what I want for my team. I'm very high on what we could do. I'm very high on the possibilities of what we can execute. We can't go ahead and fall and think we could just go ahead and run this team over. We got to go ahead and play good football just like everybody else. And we already know how hard it is to win in Seattle. We haven't did it in since 2008. So we got to come in here, man, prepare, protect the ball, man. That to me was very disgusting. That was like the most disgusting part of the game. And bro, like this is like one of the only games where I was like, I wasn't even like screaming and yelling, because I was just like, this got to be the Twilight Zone. There's no way I went from 10-1 to 10-3 because we just didn't come prepared, because my coaches didn't do what was necessary. It just didn't make sense to me. You know what I'm saying? So I need what I seen you do to Jason Kelce, to DK. I need to see that. I need to see that. I need you to not let this man take over the game. I need you to commit back to the run. What happened to my run defense? People are just running the ball. It's not big clips, but they are running the ball. And it's kind of aggravating, because for a long time, and I think we still probably do got like top 2, 3 rushing defense, but for a long time we was number 1, and we were standing on business. Like, what happened to that? What happened to the Sue talk? What happened to the Ertz talk? Like, where's the things where we can bring in some more stuff? I'm just confused, bro. And I'm just asking questions because I think, just like I told you before, I think it's fixable.
Like I said, it is fixable, but at the same time, bringing people in, as we see, it's not the solution of our problems. The solution of our problems is preparation and execution from our players. And then coaching has to prepare a little bit better, man. I understand that, on a defensive line last season, we had the rotation going on, but that doesn't mean that you rotate all the time in the secondary. It's not going to work. It's really not going to work. You see what happened when you rotate on the secondary. It kind of worked with the Dolphins game. It's not going to work with a team like Dallas. It's not going to work like that. So what we need to do is get back to our standard. That's what we need to get to. A lot of people say, oh, we won. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. It's not all that matters, because at the end of the day, you're going to need the standard to be the standard to win ball games like the 2 that we just lost. You're going to need that standard. Now we're going up there saying that it's a must-win game going into Seattle. We were supposed to go through Buffalo, San Fran, and the Cowboys. And then we both was sitting up there a little shaky in the beginning of the season with the Seattle game. But besides that, we were supposed to go through those 3 games with a win. Each game. Now we're looking at Seattle as a must-win game, which is crazy. It's crazy. Now we gotta have other people do our business for us. You know, Cowboys face three people that could possibly give them losses. San Fran faced the Ravens. You know, not too worried about the Lions. Not too worried.
They also hold on. They play the Rams too.
Who?
49ers.
Yeah, but
hey, look. Last week the Rams came down to a nail biter with the Ravens overtime.
They did.
They needed a walk off.
But
them boys clawing right now. They trying to fight for a little playoff spot. So I'm not gonna sleep on that game yet.
Going into the Seattle game, man, like you said, they like to do the play action after running the ball with Zach and Kenneth. I really believe that our run defense will show up. It's the secondary I'm worried about, honestly, man. Like DK, Tyler Lockett, they rookie. Even though that he hasn't really been putting up decent numbers, he's been effective when needed. So that's the matchup I'm worried about. Their receivers, if Gino has enough time, because he's going to play this game. I guarantee it. He's going to play this game. If he has enough time, just like with the Cowboys game, have enough time, he could put some numbers up. That's what I'm worried about with Seattle. I already know that their defense is like.
Did they not practice today?
Who?
Seattle.
No.
They must have gave him an extra day off.
Yeah. Because I was trying to see who they injury report, and it's not even up there on their site. We might not see nothing until tomorrow. But anyway, I think that this game is going to come down to just execution. Who wants it more? Like you said, they're hungry. They lost 4 straight. They trying to squeeze it to the playoffs. We're sitting up there trying to solidify our standard and where we are as a team. We got to win this game. We have to. This is a must win, just like Mayor says. Shout out to the mayor. But it's a must win game. Yes, we're going to be at their home, but then the next 2 is at our home. So we got to make this one count and then take care of home. And then the last game, hey, we got to do what we need to do to win, so we could get that. We could be 14-3, like I called. Second week of the season, I should say, because the first.
Okay, so how you feel about this? Let me give you some. All right, so if we came in as the number 2 seed, right? The Packers would come to us.
Yep.
Predicting who wins out of the, I guess you would say, the Cowboys and them boys. Then we would get the Lions at home. Then we would have win that, and the Cowboys was to lose again to the Niners. Then we would go out to San Francisco NFC Championship.
I love it because I wouldn't want nothing. I would like that, and I know that's the number 2. I would like that more because we get to go back to their home and punch them in the mouth this time.
So if you're the number 1 seed, you would play Dallas in the divisional,
and
then you play
in the 49ers at home. I'm not really afraid anyway. Like honestly,
either way, I'm not either way, but it's just like it's hard to get back to the number 1 seed, but you want that bye week. You want your people to get the rest. You want them to be able to rehabilitate.
Especially this goddamn Eagles team, because they need something.
But that's not my thing. My thing is like this. Are you going to be prepared to run that again?
It's up to
I don't need you to come in subpar against them in the divisional round. No. You come in flat. You give Dallas a trip to the NFC Championship game versus nah. I don't need you to do that. I need you to come in fine on all cylinders. Now, if you can, you know what I'm saying, I feel like you can get that together, then cool. But right now, the situation is just not that. And right now, how I look at it, I would rather be the 2 seed. I mean, everything still run through Philly, but the NFC Championship game.
Right, but at the same time, like, are we saying that we'd rather be the 2 seed because of how things stand right now?
I just don't think. I don't think. I don't know if I'm not 100% sold that the Ravens can pull that win off
to the 49ers.
I'm not 100% sure the Rams can do it. I know the Commanders. Now, listen, if the Commanders somehow in their willpower pull that off, I would be utterly shocked. I don't think so.
No.
You know what I mean? So it's like, let's really get down to the nitty gritty. We both went out. We the number 2 seed. We got to look at the facts. If right now the Niners and the Eagles and Dallas were all to go 4-0, we still the 2 seed. It don't change nothing.
Right.
So I'm prepared for the Packers. I'm prepared for the Lions. I'm prepared for anybody that made the playoffs that has to come to the link. And I'm prepared to. I really would not like to go to Santa Clara because it's going to be nice, hot, sunny weather. It's going to be all nice. And January football in the link is different.
Mm-hmm.
It's just different. It's cold. It might be rainy. It might be snowing. It could be windy. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be loud. You know it's gonna be loud. So I'm prepared. I'm prepared for either one, but I'm just looking at it logically. Like if they happen to just run the table, and we just happen to run the table, we the 2 seed. So we gotta look at it from a different lens sometimes too.
No, I know.
It might not be obtainable to get it back. We had an opportunity to keep it, and we didn't.
The number 2 seed would be good, but like I said, like, you know, if I could get the bye week, I would rather have that just because everybody's banged up. You get that extra week, you know, to prep.
And do you really need the extra week though?
Some players might.
Yeah, but do we? I'm talking about us. Do we really need a bye week?
Hell no, man. We be bored as hell on this goddamn video. Like we be sitting here like, yeah, Jalen Hurts ate some chips today. Like, you know, like we be bored. You know, we don't have nothing.
Listen, I'm cool with it or without it. I would, as anybody in the league, you prefer the bye week. You prefer the number 1 seed. You prefer to be home for every game that you got to play in the playoffs, and you prefer not to play on wild card weekend. It just doesn't. It's just what you want when you sign up and you say, "Look, I'm gonna win a division. I'm gonna get the number 1 seed. Everything come through me." Well, right now we looking at everything but one game coming through Philly.
What I want is NFC East champ. I want us to be NFC number 1. That's what I'm.
Stu, how many plays are you gonna play this time? 7, 8, 10, 15? Hey, look, what they say. You got to go off the facts. I'm just going off the facts. The last time he came back from injury, he didn't play long. He didn't play much. He played in that Dallas game, went right back out, and then came back in the Super Bowl.
But see, here's the kicker, though. Here's the kicker about that, though.
That's the rest I need. That's the rest I need, DB.
Listen. You get Maddox back. Let's just say you, hypothetically speaking, we get the bye week, you get Maddox back. Now you got Maddox and Roby rotate. I think that he will play more because now we have a guy that's been in certain situations, not having like Eli Ricks or somebody like that. I think that will work.
Okay, but think about this. Don't the Lions get CJ back?
Yeah.
If we get Maddox back, they got to get CJ back because they got hurt the same week.
Okay. And what you saying?
I mean, the Lions become a tougher test at that point, don't they?
Not really.
So now you made me want the number 1 seed. Now I don't even want to. Now I need to bet on the Ravens. See what I'm saying? You change the perspective. Now
it's not a change in the perspective because at the end of the day, this guy, you know, yeah, he went out and he's been hurt. Yes, he's been rehabbing and everything like that, but he never seen like live football like this until, you know, he come back. He could be a little bit rusty. We don't know the outcome of CJ. We don't. We don't know if CJ going to come back as CJ or it's going to take him a game or two. We don't know. We don't know if he's going to be the standard. Whereas though that if Maddox come back, if Maddox come back,
I'm scared of Maddox coming back. Though.
It's a rotation. If he come back, listen. What's the worst that can happen? He comes back. He
get hurt in 7 plays, and then Roby got to be bounced back in.
Okay, that's fine. But now it's back to normal schedule, how we were in the season. So you basically sitting over there taking a chance, but you're not risking a loss because you're playing the whole season without him anyway.
I don't know. I don't know. You remember the Orlando Magic when they traded out that point guard for the other point guard? They brought Jameer Nelson back and they took Rayford Austin off the floor, and he was cooking.
Okay,
that's what I think the Eagles would do. He'll be cooking, he'll be getting his feet, and then Maddox will get healthy, and they'll be like, "All right, Maddox, you got your spot back," and Roby will be on the bench.
I don't think they should do that.
I mean, I don't think they should, but we've seen proof that they will.
Yeah, with Nakobe Dean.
Shit, we seen it last year with Avante. We was cooking without Avante on the field.
We were, but then Avante came back and he made some plays. Don't get me wrong. He made some plays. He played the whole postseason.
He did?
Yeah, he played the whole postseason.
What did he do in the postseason?
He had some plays. It wasn't like standout plays, but he played.
I was actually looking for it too, to be honest. I was trying to see what he did in the playoffs. I'm looking at I'm almost there.
So just say that you're not a fan of the guy, man.
It's not that I'm not a fan. It's just I don't remember him playing in the playoffs, bro. He did not play the whole playoffs, bro. See, I told y'all that.
He did not. What games he played?
He played the San Fran game on a snap count. He had one tackle, one assist, one tackle for loss, and then he played all the snaps in the Kansas City game.
So he didn't play in the Giants game. Mm-hmm. I swore he played in the Giants game.
His last game before that was December 24th, 2022. I meant 2020. Yeah, 2022.
I swore he played in the Giants game.
If he did, he didn't record any snaps or any tackles. Because I'm looking at the game log snaps.
You're gonna have me go back and see if I see this man in that game, bro.
They say he didn't play. Now this reliable. Avante Maddox played full snaps. Played almost 42 snaps in the Kansas City game.
Yeah,
he played 12 snaps. He plays 12 snaps against San Francisco.
So
and he doesn't have any game log for the Giants.
That's because he just came back.
I think we did have to play that one game without him, bro. The game because they were like we needed to win that one for to get him back.
I think it was the Giants, yeah. So he didn't play the Giants. He only played 12 snaps against San Fran. And then it ramped up in the Super Bowl because we had that extra
2 weeks. 2 weeks, yeah.
So that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So
that's the only thing, bro. Like that'd be my only problem with him coming back is they just be like, okay, they start him on that rotation, and then the next week he full go. It's like, dang, like I would rather keep it kind of how we doing now. Like, did you see that hit Sidney Brown laid on Tony Pollard?
Yeah, I've seen that.
That was a crazy hit. I think Sidney need more reps.
I don't not now.
I think so.
Not now, bro.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. We probably gonna have to use them anyways.
We're gonna have to use them, yes. But
he probably gonna play this week anyways.
He don't need any more reps because I feel like coming down the stretch.
I feel like Bayard ain't showing up, so I would rather see more Sidney Brown.
Wow.
If you want me to be real, you kept pushing the issue. I was trying to just say it without saying it, but
that's a hot take, bro. That's a hot take, bro.
Is it true or not? What other play you seen him make other than the interception in the Kansas City game?
So is it because you think Byard is not what he used to be, or do you think it's because he's out of place in the defense? Because a lot of people. So why not give him a chance to be Byard before we make that assumption?
But right now, I want to see a little bit of Sidney Brown sprinkled in there until Byard get it together.
Hey, Trader Chris, yeah, I watched the all 22, and this is why I've been talking to Cowboys fans all day.
Listen, I think he played all right. I ain't gonna say he played great. He played decent, but he ain't played for what I signed up for. Listen, I might well have kept Terrell Edmonds.
Yeah, on that note, bro, you ain't gonna keep no damn Terrell Edmonds.
I should have kept Kevon Wallace.
You tripping now? Like,
look at PFF.
Maybe take these headphones off.
PFF say I ain't tripping.
Huh?
PFF say I ain't tripping. And PFF say Kevon Wallace is performing better on field right now than Kevin Byard since they got traded.
But why though?
What you mean?
But why though? If the system fits better for Kevon Wallace than it did here, and vice versa. So now Kevin Byard, he's going through this conflict because it's like you want him here, but he can't be Kevin Byard. The only time I've seen him play like Kevin Byard was against Kansas City.
One play.
Right. But you're not allowing him to do that, just like you're not allowing Bradley Roby to be man up. Just like you're not allowing Slade to follow or shadow somebody. You're not allowing them to be them.
I don't like what I'm seeing on tape. Just like Trader Chris came in here and said, did you watch the All-22? Yeah, I done watched it for a couple of weeks, and I was on his side until I see he looked utterly confused, bro. And for a vet, that was my whole spiel was he gonna come in, he gonna be able to adapt quick because he's a veteran. He's played in multiple defensive schemes. He's had multiple defensive coordinators, and you come in here and you just look confused.
Everybody looked confused.
Everybody don't look confused.
Blankenship did look confused.
Blankenship looked confused.
It was plays where Slade looked confused because he was in zone.
But we didn't know we had in Blankenship really anyways, though. We were just going off the hype from last year. We really didn't know. We had to see 17 games of it to really put an evaluation together. We knew we was taking a chance.
Right. But
we was in positive air with him. We was like, all right, he should work out.
I told everybody that Blankenship was a backup, and we're only bigging him up because he's an Eagle. At the end of the day, he would not be a starter on anybody else's roster.
I think we're trying to figure out what he is. I think Sidney Brown need more snaps.
He's a safety, a hard-hitting safety. He's not good in coverage. He make plays, and it goes into his favor. But at the end of the day, just like the first Dallas Cowboys game, just like the play against Scary Terry, these are plays that we like. Oh, Blankenship made the play, but all actuality, it was just the luck of the draw. He basically tackled the guy before he got into the end zone. He actually put his arm out. So basically that toe hit out of bounds with Terry McLaurin. So now these are the plays that he's making. Yes, he does get those tackles. He does clog up some holes, pause.
But you gonna say he injury prone, or we just gonna leave it out?
That comes with the collision.
Nah, bro. There's plenty of people that lay nah, man. There's plenty of people lay wood and don't be out every time they get a little bump or a bruise, man.
It comes with the.
Ain't this the third time? This is the second time.
Third. It's third. So the second time it happened, the first time it happened, he was out for some games. Second time it happened, he was out the rest of the game, but he came back the next game. And then this time, I think it was just a concussion. I think it was a concussion this time.
Man, I don't know, man. Oh, see, Michael, I ain't want to say it. I just wanted to ask the question, man.
I don't know. It's a concussion, bro. Like I said, it comes with the collision. It's a concussion.
What would it be?
It's not like he broke his arm.
Let's get in front of the ship and let's tell the truth. We didn't want to do it for Avonte Maddox. Let's just be real. The man right now is showing injury prone.
No, Avonte Maddox. Avonte Maddox is injury.
No, I'm talking about Reed Blankenship. No, but last year when I said it before the season started, y'all told me I was crazy.
No, we've been know that he was injury prone.
Don't make me go pull the clip. When I said, do y'all think Avonte Maddox being injury prone, we should trade him, see what we can get, move on? Y'all was like, nah, man.
No, I wouldn't say I wouldn't.
3.
No, I said I wouldn't trade him. I know he's injury prone, but I wouldn't trade him because he's one of the best slot. Because when he's healthy, he's one of the best slot corners.
How often is he healthy?
Listen, bro. But what I'm saying now is he's the best ability is availability, and he's not available because he's hurt. So
dude is as good as my grandma 99-year-old hip, bro. He threw, man. The man can't. The man be don't be having like little injuries. The man be having some crazy stuff.
So is Dallas Goedert injury prone?
I've been said that. That's this the 4th season in a row he done had an injury where he had to miss 3 or more games.
The Cowboys didn't throw to that side by.
They was gashing Blankenship all night. Man.
Blankenship. They was gashing James Bradbury, and then they start picking on Sidney Brown.
They really didn't pick on Sidney though. Sidney made that play on what's it called? They started doing some. They started okay. He awake. We're gonna go somewhere else with it. Then they just. But the thing about it is, it come back to Sean Desai. Why wasn't Sidney Brown playing deep no more after that? Why was James Bradbury in 1-on-1 with no safety help?
Because what was that? I think I know what play you're talking about.
Why is he 1-on-1 with anybody? I don't want to see. But I said it 1,000 times.
What was that play called though?
I don't even know, bro. I think it was. I don't think it was a blitz though.
No, it wasn't a blitz.
I know the play after that was the blitz because that's when he hit Ferguson on Sidney Brown.
Mm-hmm. He hit Ferguson, and Sidney Brown was right there. But it was just like it was a good pass. That was like the best pass that.
There wasn't nothing else Sidney Brown could have did.
It was the best pass that Dakota Prescott did all game, basically to me. We almost got to Dakota, and he threw a dot. He did. But overall, I just think that Sidney Brown, he just need to be that backup. I don't think he needs to be or that extra safety when we need that three safety set. I don't think that he needs more snaps right now. That's just where I'm at with it.
Both of my safety struggling, bro. I'd rather have. I just rather see it both. I'd rather see all 3 of them than Sidney Brown go sit and waste away on the sideline again.
He's not wasting away, bro. He's learning, bro. Like what happened to development players?
Why can't he? Why do I have to develop you while you stand here and stare into space?
I'm not saying he's standing there. That's why I'm saying that he's getting snaps. You're saying that he needs more snaps.
He does.
I'm saying that he's getting enough snaps now to learn.
In the last 2 games where you did in the 49ers games, you didn't see Sidney Brown that much, right? How many plays Reed Blankenship made?
Shit.
How many plays Kevin Byard made?
Bro, I was on some alcohol beverage at that.
You can go back and watch. Listen, you can go back and watch it all 1,000 times. Guess what you ain't gonna see? You ain't gonna see Reed Blankenship make no plays.
I'm not saying that Reed
Blankenship. You Kevin making either.
I'm not
last game,
I would rather have
Sidney Brown.
Listen, I'm
off
not saying
the bench, putting him in. He made plays.
I'm not saying that I would rather have Reed Blankenship out there. What I'm saying is they trust Reed Blankenship. They do.
I guess we all gonna find out the hard way with heartbreak, man.
I think we'd be fine, man.
Reed Blankenship listen, I like Reed Blankenship. He don't do everything well. And putting it all on Kevin Byard ain't working either. He 30 plus years old, bro. You can't just throw all the weight on Kevin Byard and expect him to do all that shit. You can't put Reed Blankenship in coverage. He toast. You can't put him over the top because he ain't got no vision to know where the ball going. They dropping it right over his head. The only thing he good at right now for me is maybe run stopping. And he ain't really good at that either because he react too slow. And by the time he get the later hit, the dude got 8 yards. I seen him make like in the Dallas game. I seen him make like
What?
2 or 3 plays. I seen him make like 2 or 3 plays
Right.
where he jumped the route because the route was so damn obvious.
Yeah.
My kindergartner knew what play was coming. So it's like it's situations like that for me, man. I'd rather see like Sidney Brown, who don't have no hesitation in making plays. He reacting fast. I'd rather see him a little bit more on the field, just because we coming into that time where you need all your players prepared. I think this is the opportunity to get all of them prepared.
So what do we have to do to be 11-3 come Monday?
Play football. Don't be Rudy Poo. We've been soft for the last 2 weeks. We've been punched all in the mouth. I mean, put your dentures back in. Be a grown man and stand up, man.
I feel like this, right? I think that we need to get back to controlling the time of the clock. I think that we need to get to playing for each other. And I also think that the coaching staff needs to just be creative and try something new when things are not working. But don't be too quick to get away from like the run, or don't be too quick to get away from when we get in those them almost sacks. You know, it's gonna come, but you can't just switch it up. I don't want that. Also, I do not want, and I repeat, I do not want to see a Nick Sirianni highlight thinking that he is the reason why we won. I want it to be on Brian Johnson. I want it to be on Sean Desai. I don't want it to be one of those games where as though Nick Sirianni got his hand in the basket. I don't want that, because now we see the outcome. It's been an issue all year, and I want it to be to the point where our coordinators is getting the high praises. This is what I want.
Yeah, man. So you got a score prediction for me today, man?
Yup. 31. No, I'm lying. 35. 35-23 Eagles.
Damn, 23. We giving up points again?
We're gonna give up points.
I don't think so.
Okay.
No, I'm bullshitting. You think I'm crazy? 35. I don't think they get 20 though. They haven't really been scoring 20 all year. I looked at all these games. They're not really putting up a lot of points. They've only had like 2 games where they've even performed well.
They put up 30-something against the Cowboys. So
them in Detroit was the only two really like big scoring games. Yeah. I'm gonna go like 38. 38 13.
Now if that's the score, that would be a bounce back on going to
I really feel like I'm really confident in my offense. I'm really confident in my I really got a feeling like when you put the dominoes together, he did what he did. I just feel like it's gonna be a different effect, man. I think we're gonna have some players buy back in, and we're gonna be all right.
I cannot wait until Monday, man. We're gonna be live. We're gonna be live, and I get to see reactions. This is gonna be crazy, bro.
No, I ain't reacting, man. I'm sitting like this through the whole game. You ain't gonna know what's going on.
That's false, bro.
I'm telling you, man. Listen, this is how I watched the game last time.
Bro, Last time we was live. Last
Sunday when I watched the game, I didn't explode. I didn't yell, scream, nothing. I saw him watch the game in peace. We go live on Monday. I'm watching the game in peace.
Okay.
I'm not gonna let Sean Desai ruin my peace. I'm not gonna let Nick Sirianni ruin my peace no more, man. If they're not gonna do their job, I'm gonna just watch in very peaceful way.
Okay.
Because if they're not doing their job, what can I do? What can I change?
All I'm saying is this, right? You're gonna respond because yes, you are, bro. Like, we're Eagles.
I'm done, bro.
We're Eagles.
I might even come with a COVID mask and watch the game. An Eagle COVID mask and just watch the game.
Reed, just the best tackler. Yeah, he one of the best tacklers on our team. I agree. He is. He is. So we both got like you said 38. I said 35. We shall see, man. We shall see what we're going to do in that 12th man.
It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting.
It will be. It is going to be. But Eagles going to come out with the victory, man. I'm not too worried about it. I'm not too worried about it, bro. Not too worried about it. I feel like that the Eagles is going to get back on track, and I think that we're going to take care of home after this game, and then we're going to go to the Meadowlands and do what we need to do. Yeah, Michael, we are streaming the game live. We're streaming the game live, so you need to subscribe. For people that's in here still, I did lose all my subscribers. I lost my channel. It's my new channel. Can you please subscribe? It's King DV Sports. Just resubscribe to my channel. That would be awesome. But we all are streaming on Monday, so and I might have a pregame as well. It depends.
Yeah, man. Any final thoughts for the people?
Just because we critique our team doesn't mean that we're giving up on our team. And the people that actually gave up on our team stay on that side when we start to win. That's all I got to say. Fly, Eagles, fly.
Hey, man, you know what? I ain't see my peoples, but hey, if you watching this back, check it out. What's that? Hey,
yeah,
man,
I need her to subscribe too because she hasn't been on it.
But nah, man, listen, just stay as focused as possible, man. I need my team to come out and execute. And a lot of people want us to be more serious. I see Chris said take it serious. No, I still want you to have fun. I still want you to enjoy the game because when you start taking it serious, you start making a lot of mistakes then. I need you just to play the game the way you know how to play the game. We're going to be straight, man. That's all I got to say, man. Fly, Eagles, fly. Until next Wednesday, man, you know what we're going to be. But to tell me I came out with DeAndre Swift over Bijan.